Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Jeremy, or JLR Games, and this is JLR on the Air, where we just talk about random news such as new movies or this week's top hits. Let's get right into it, but first, let's play the intro. So we're going to start off today's broadcast with some gaming news, because I found out that Runescape this morning is closing its original servers, which Runescape was made in 2001, the one that they're shutting down. And the reason they're shutting it down is because the servers for it are not compatible with the updates they're making to the versions that are being played now, such as RuneScape 3, which was released a couple years ago, I think. From what I understand, that it's with their advancements that they're making, a lot of their stuff doesn't come together right, so they're just going to have to shut it down, which is very upsetting to a lot of people because it was most of people's childhoods, because a lot of people played it. I didn't personally, because I tried at one point and then it said something about an account, and I was so young at the time I didn't even know how to set up one, so I didn't pay attention to it much. But a lot of people played it throughout their school, like they'd come home from school, play it, and that was how they loved playing it. It was a very popular game. So it's very upsetting to see it go, but they're not fully shutting down everything, so you still have the newer versions. And that's it with the gaming news for today. So we're going to move into some movie news, which there's a lot of new movies coming out, but one that I'm excited to see is called The Black Klansman, which there's an extra K in there because it's about relating to the movie, which releases on August 10th of 2018, and it stars Topher Grace, who was Eric Foreman on the That 70s Show, Adam Driver, who plays Kylo Ren in the new Star Wars episodes, and John David Washington, who is starring in a series with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson called Ballers. And here's a clip now of the trailer.
Hello, this is Ron Stallworth calling. Well, who am I speaking with?
This is David Duke.
Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. That David Duke?
God. Last time I checked. What can I do you for?
Well, since you asked, I hate blacks. I hate Jews, Mexicans and Irish, Italians and Chinese. But my mouth to God's ears, I really hate those black rats. And anyone else, really, that doesn't have pure white Aryan blood running through their veins.
I'm happy to be talking to a true white American.
God bless white America.
And The Black Klansman is going to be a movie about a black cop who tries to infiltrate the KKK to twist around the barriers, which I think will be great. It'll be a great movie. I think it's going to be hilarious. The person who it's based off of, because it's a true story, the real Ron Stallworth, was on Megyn Kelly today, which he says that he still has the carrying the card that they get for being a Klansman. He still carries it on him, and he said that he morbidly joked about if he was ever in a car crash and a cop came by and seen his mangled black body, is what he said, and find this card, he would want him to find this card on him. And I thought it was hilarious. So make sure to check that out on August 10th. And something I found out that you can pick up for your kids, the new Scooby-Doo movie called Scooby-Doo and the Gourmet Ghost, which were released on September 11th, but the trailer was released about a month ago. And here's a clip from that trailer.
Red Rose?
A team of paranormal investigators are on the scene.
So this is really what you kids do?
And you've actually caught ghosts?
Let's just say we always get our man.
Do you mind if we look around the inn for clues?
Go ahead. The place is deserted.
Did someone say dessert?
We need to find this red ghost.
Well, if there's one thing we understand, it's legends and ghost stories.
You guys carry flashlights wherever you go?
Is there something you never leave home without?
Tongs.
Fennel?
Well, when we catch the red ghost, you two can make us pork chop.
I really think it's going to be a great movie. I've always loved Scooby-Doo since I was really young, even now. So, hope you all can pick that up soon when it releases. Now, that's it for movie news. I know we're going by this really quickly. But now we're going to get into some music news. Drake's song, In My Feelings, is still number 1 on the Billboard Top 100 for the 3rd week in a row, which is followed by Cardi B, I Like It, and number 3 at number 2, and followed by at number 3 by Maroon 5 featuring Cardi B, Girls Like You, which I think are all great songs. I've heard them. Some of them get on my nerves, but I like them. Drake has always been an artist that I'm alright with. He recently released a song called I'm Upset, which I really like because it features people that I like, such as Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith, who are Jay and Silent Bob, because it's a full Degrassi reunion, and I loved it. Speaking about the In My Feelings song, they recently did some kind of challenge thing started by, I think his name was Shiggy, or something like that, which my sister loves them. I think they're kind of stupid, yet some of them can be pretty funny. What I've seen is a lot of people are jumping out of moving cars, and I wonder why. Yet, there was one where I seen a guy on a motorcycle just standing on it, and I thought that was cool, but that could have ended very badly. Yet, you'd think that people would understand to not jump out of a moving car, even if it is to dance, stuff like that. But I've seen people jump out of like the driver's side of the car, which could injure the passenger, and I was like, if they're really that stupid, just natural selection. But I actually have a couple clips. There's some that I see all throughout Facebook, stuff like that. The original clip was by Shiggy, which I'll show you right here. And even though he didn't jump out of a car, it's what started it all. And I've been seeing a lot of fails, such as the next couple clips I'm going to show you, which right here.
Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. 'Cause I want you, and I need you, and I'm down for you always, Kiki. Do you love me? 'Cause I want you, and I need you.
Yet, I will say, some of these things are actually pretty cool to see. So, if you decide to go and do this challenge, or whatever it is, I wouldn't call it a challenge, unless you jump out of a car. But, if you do this dance stuff, do it safely. That's all I ask. And this concludes our little broadcast on random news, top hits, stuff like that. If I can figure out stuff with copyright and understand if certain things, how copyright works on YouTube, I might actually do a music top hit stuff around Saturday. Do like a top 5, top 10, something like that. Because I'd love it. And be able to play some of the songs through it. If I could figure out how copyright on YouTube works, I'll try it. But we're going to conclude this broadcast with some happy birthdays of celebrity people. So we're going to say some happy birthday to Lucille Ball, who would have been 107. She played in on I Love Lucy. She was, who would guess it? Lucy. No. She passed away a good bit ago, but it's still a good thing to say. I loved her and everything that she did, but we're also going to wish a happy birthday to Louise Sorel, who is now 78. She played Reyna, the android, on Star Trek, the original series. And she is also a reoccurring guest on Days of Our Lives, the soap opera, as Vivian Alamain, which she's won multiple awards for, because she's wonderful. I love seeing her on it. It's great. So, I will say, happy birthday to those people. Hope you all enjoyed this little news update for August 6th of 2018. And most of the reason why I'm starting any of this is all a role model of Casey Kasem. So, I will say, in the words of him, of Casey Kasem, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Goodbye, and see you next time. God bless.